Okay, my name is Louisa Morris, and I am going to be talking about 3 trail projects, actually for four different organizations. So I'm going to tell you about some projects that are in the works in various states of planning. So the first one is with the Mo Creek Managing Agency. This organization has been working on a feasibility study looking at extending their trail at Mo Creek, which goes from Moat to Ross Creek, and I show the sign here, north. And there's about 15 different property owners, maybe a few more than that, because there's some smaller parcels at the north end that we've done outreach to and had a couple community meetings, and we're preparing the final report for that right now. So if you could give the next slide. So at the Mo Creek Beach, that would be the south end of the well, that's the south end of the study area for the feasibility study, and then the next slide shows the north end of the. Oh, I'm sorry, go back. Yeah, there should. Okay, so that's Point Arena Cove looking south. Sorry, I didn't. So anyway, we're wrapping up that process. And another organization that I work with is the Redwood Coast Land Conservancy. And we manage 3 existing trails at Wallala Bluff Trail, Cooks Beach, and Hearn Gulch. And we are working on expanding the Wallala Bluff Trail, the Hearn Gulch Trail, and also been working on a study to do an overlook at St. Oars. And also we were just given a property that will become a memorial public access area between Hearn Gulch and Anchor Bay. And then the next organization I'd like to report on is the Coastal Land Trust. And we were just, MCOG, which Dan just talked about, was awarded a Caltrans planning grant, and the Coastal Land Trust and the Mendocino Land Trust and the Westport Municipal Advisory Council are the recipients of that grant. And we will be doing multimodal transportation study for the corridor along Highway 1 between Usal Road and the 10 Mile River. And we haven't officially begun to work on this grant yet, but the grant has been awarded and we're working out the contract right now. And we are also, Coastal Land Trust is the local partner with Save the Redwoods League, which is now the owner of the Thompson Ranch at the south end of, or near the south end of the Lost Coast. And there is going to be over 3 miles of new trail, which is a loop trail, so it amounts to about 1.5 miles of new coastal trail. It's not going to connect yet on either end. That needs to be negotiated and explored. And the construction will hopefully happen for this Cape Biscayne Trail next summer or fall. We're still working out the final details of the trail design. So the next slide shows, this is the planning area for the MCOG Caltrans planning grant, which is a great funding source for planning trails, and I think largely perhaps underutilized, just because the Coastal Conservancy has always been so good to all of us on the coast. And so this is a new, I haven't worked on a Caltrans planning grant before, so we'll see how it goes. The next slide shows a group. We had a couple public tours at Cape Biscayne last spring, one with Audubon and one with the Native Plant Society. And this is the group that came out on the first tour looking for birds. It was very foggy, difficult to see the birds, but there's a fabulous tree, a grand fir that, as you can see, it's really spectacular. A lot of people in that photograph are in this room today, and that's just a spectacular sight. If you are interested in getting out there, then you can sign up on my sheet in the back, and we'll get in touch with you next time we offer a public tour. This area is not open officially to the public yet, but it's intended that it will be, hopefully in the next 5 years. So, thank you. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes. You brought up the Thompson Ranch. You're getting kind of close to Rockport Beach. Is there anything connections? What's the word on that?
The question is that the Thompson Ranch is getting close to Rockport Beach, and is there any connection to that? Not at this time, but the Save the Redwoods League is working closely with the Mendocino Redwood Company, who's the owner at Rockport Beach, to see, because they are the owners, adjacent owners on all three sides of the property at the Thompson Ranch. And so they're talking to Mendocino Redwood Company to see what might be possible, but there's nothing imminent at this time. Any other questions? Okay, thanks for all your good work.